Hello pilots of the internet and welcome to Foldable Flight. In this video I will be teaching you how to make Saab 35 Draken, which is designed by, and I apologize ahead of time, I'm going to butcher your name, I'm so sorry, either Emil Ellénius or Emil Ellénius. I'm clueless, please forgive me. But this is an awesome paper airplane, so let me show you how it's made. Saab 35 Draken is just a very well executed paper airplane. I love the shape of the fuselage and of the tail, and the shape of the wings really does remind me of the real airplane. More than that, I feel like the construction of the layers is very logical and tidy, and it just turns out looking very nice. So let's see this plane in flight, and then I'll teach you how to fold it. All you will need in order to fold Saab 35 Draken is an A4 sheet of paper, and with that we'll begin by folding the right edge to the left edge. With the paper in this orientation and my folded edge on the right, I'm going to now take this edge here and land it on that right edge. That should make a crease right through that top right corner. Once I do that, I can flip the paper over and do the same thing on this side, now folding to this edge. Okay, and now I'll open the paper up into this orientation, and I want to fold this edge here to land on this edge, so my crease is going to start right at that corner. And now I'll open the paper up, do the same thing, now folding this edge to land on this edge. And I'll open that up. And now I want to flip the paper over, and I'm going to fold this top point down so that I make a horizontal crease right through the intersection of these two diagonal creases. And I want to make sure my top point lands on the center crease as I do that. Okay, and I'll open the paper back up and flip it over. And now I'm going to poke this point right here and pull these in to crease on these existing diagonal creases and kind of collapse the paper into this orientation. Now I'm going to flip the paper over and fold kind of on these existing creases here. I'm just pulling this outside layer in, like so. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. And your plane should look like this. Now I'm going to flip the paper over, and I want to fold this whole triangle up, and I should be making a crease that goes right from this point to this point. And now I will fold from this top point to this point right here. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And now I'm going to actually unfold both of those and flip the paper over. And you can see we've got these creases now on this layer here, and I want to fold from this point to this point, but I'm actually tucking this whole section, this whole triangular section behind while folding from that crease to that crease. So I'm just mountain folding just like this. And now I can go ahead and fold those layers back. And I'm going to now fold this whole top triangle down right along this top layer here. And I'm going to fold it forward again. Basically, you can see we've got this diagonal crease here and this diagonal crease here. I want to fold forward so that the new edge I create is going from this point to that point. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll point out to you again exactly how I found those references. Okay, so you can see this edge here kind of spans that gap from this diagonal crease to this diagonal crease, and those corners are landing right on those creases. Now I can tuck this whole section here in that's kind of doubled over into this pocket. So I'm just going to open that up and work to tuck that into the pocket. Like so. Okay, and your plane should look like this. And now I'm going to fold from this point right here to about 1 centimeter from this central point on the back edge. So you can see I'm just pulling this layer forward, and I want this crease to start at that point. And then on the back edge, I'm kind of just estimating something that's close to 1 centimeter from this central crease. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. You could fold your plane in half and fold to match that way, but I think it's pretty easy just to estimate and get the distance that you're folding to be equidistant from the center on this side as compared to the other side. And then we can tuck these layers in under those flaps like so. And now I'm going to fold from this point here through this point right here. So I'm folding right along there to there, and it's a little tricky to do that. I like to kind of place my finger there and start my crease, kind of just tack my crease a little bit there so it makes it a little easier to find as I then work to curl these thicker layers and place that crease correctly. And this layer may want to kind of come undone as you do that too. Really try to hold that tightly to these other layers as you fold. And now this time I will fold the plane in half and fold my other side to match. Having a little trouble working with these really thick layers, but hopefully you can control them. Okay. Now you can see we are well on our way to creating the general shape of this plane, but we're going to open the paper up so we're looking at this side rather than this side. And I want to fold from this point here to this point down here. So we're looking at this point at the top edge here of really thick layers. We're going to be creasing from there all the way to this point where this crease is intersecting the back edge. You can see when I open it up exactly where that crease goes, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. And now I can really easily just push down on this center crease and perform a jet fold like so. And we are ready to look at the bottom here. I'm going to kind of fold the wings up and set my plane down like this, and I want to fold this flap up right over this edge. And I'll unfold that, open my plane up, and now I'm going to pull this whole thing up using those creases we just made. This one will need to be reversed. And your plane should look like this. And we just have one last step, and that is to inside reverse fold this top edge. So I'm going to fold down, starting right at the top edge of this layer, just below the top edge where this layer is intersecting, kind of in that corner. I'm folding down on this, and I want this crease to run parallel to this crease here. So the wing crease of the plane, I'm trying to make this new crease parallel to that, and anything close will work fine. And I can unfold that, and now inside reverse fold like so. And there you go. This is a finished Saab 35 Draken. As you can see, it is a beautiful plane, and it does fly. So thanks for watching, and as always, good luck flying your plane.